Greetings and welcome to Good Vibes Book Club. This is where we discuss a motivational book each and every week. This week we are discussing the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. We have a book discussion you can join either on WeChat, on WhatsApp, or on our Facebook group. You're always welcome to join, and yes, definitely do subscribe to our channel right about now. In this session, we are discussing the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And words that immediately stood out for me after reading this book, which I now interpret in different ways, are life situation, enlightenment, being, problem, and inner being. Okay, so let us go through the book and see how he interprets these words. He shares the story of a beggar. Okay, now this beggar has, he was met by a stranger while he was begging. This beggar had been sitting on a box for years, and as the stranger approaches, the beggar is begging as usual. The stranger tells him to look in the box he's been sitting on, and though skeptical at first, the beggar finally looks inside and discovers that he had been sitting on gold all along. Imagine if all you've been looking for and desiring all your life, so much that you've been working to get has been there for you to receive all along. This is how Eckhart introduces enlightenment. He explains that we are most enlightened when we learn that our biggest desires, what we most desire, happiness, joy, love, fulfillment, are found in a state of no mind. Okay, they are already in our inner being. No mind, well, that is a state not influenced by time past or future. Okay, it is a state that you can immediately be in and you can always stay in, and when you can experience these best. He explains the past as a previous now, and you had the present moment in the past, and the actions you took were based on what you knew and had at the time. But in reality, that now, is over. It's in the past. If you continue to focus your attention on that previous now, you miss the opportunity and the life that you have to live in your current now. That is why you need to learn from the decisions you made in the previous now or in the past, but you always live in the current now, because in actual fact, what you actually have to live is what you are or have right in the current now, right now. Similarly, the future is a forecasted now. And the challenge with this forecast is that it's based on what is currently available right now or what has been available till this point in your life. So this concept is very limiting because in actual fact, life is unpredictable, right? Life is really unpredictable. Your life can change in split seconds, and within a matter of seconds, what you had could be lost, and what you lost could be replaced with something far better. Okay? So if you stay in this future and you always, predicting and anticipating, you miss what you have, which is actually guaranteed to you right now. And that is such a pity. So focusing on the past yields feelings of regret and guilt and even pain. And focusing on the future can yield disappointment and anxiety and worry and concern, and you can even be overwhelmed. So next time when you are waiting for someone, who has delayed, don't entertain impatience and anger and annoyance and frustration. Rather experience, where you are. Make each and every moment of your life count. We learned that our mind relies on data which it collected from our past actions. If you ran away when faced with a problem in the past, guess what? Your mind will program you to run next time a challenge comes your way, because what do you do when challenges come your way? You run. If you made an investment and it failed, your mind will use this memory to hinder you from making more investments in future. This is its way of protecting you. But if you don't take charge, it can control you. You need to disidentify yourself from your mind and force your mind to work for you and not against you. Try this and see how long you can keep it. Close your eyes for a few moments, okay? And observe your thoughts. See what will be the next thought that comes to your mind. At first, you will notice a silence, and then slowly a thought will creep in. The longer you keep this, you will see how your thoughts are actually separate from who you are. There's you and there's your thoughts. Actually take the moment right now and try this exercise and see if you can really keep it. How long can you keep it? So Eckhart explains that those thoughts are what the mind uses, and that if you are unconscious of them, they can feel like they are who you are. Have you labeled yourself as angry or hot-tempered or submissive or withdrawn or weak or even a loser? Is this who you really are, or has your mind used your past experiences to label you as such? You see, when you disidentify yourself from your thoughts, you take away the power that the mind has over you, and you reclaim that power to yourself where it actually belongs, okay? He explains also that love, joy, peace are actually state of minds where you experience, that you experience when you are in your state of no mind, okay? So in other words, you don't have to think to love. You don't have to think to have joy and peace and happiness and satisfaction. And in fact, they are experienced best when you apply no thought at all. That point where your mind is still, okay, is the point when you can experience these states of no mind. And yes, your inner being is experienced best when your mind is still, okay? So you want to still your mind. I know there's a lot of chaos going on in the world, but you want to have the power to still your mind. Some things the mind doesn't fully understand, like faith, okay? Doesn't make sense. Love, forgiveness, etc. Because they are not to be understood, but they are to be experienced, and are best experienced in a state of no mind. Don't think about them. In fact, even pain and fear are a result of, time. They are maneuvered by mind because mind works with time. And I quote, "Suffering needs time. It cannot survive in the now." The more we are in the now, the more we are freed from pain and suffering and fear, and the more connected we are to our inner being. Now, what is a life situation? A life situation, he explains, is a temporal predicament that you may be faced with, okay? Are you unemployed, or are you in debt? Are you divorced? Are you in bad health, for example? Those are some people describe these as my life right now, okay? But we learn that these are temporal situations in life, and though they may feel like eternity when you're currently experiencing them, they are not your life. They are not who you are. So your life situation may be unpleasant right now, but life, it is such a beautiful thing. An example of doing certain things whilst being in an unconscious state of mind is when you use the same route. Say you use the same route to work or to school each and every day, okay? The first couple of times you will go down that route, but after some time you find yourself lost in thought, but you still accurately follow that route, okay? Until you later realize that, oh my gosh, I've arrived at my destination. I didn't even apply my mind to it. Imagine if this route are actions that you wish you could change. Your mind will continue in these actions unconsciously, okay? Because this is what it does best, okay? It does this to every part in your life. Whenever you are not there, whenever you're not conscious, whenever you're not present, the mind takes over. So immediately when you lose touch of your inner being, your mind takes over and will continue to take over till you step back in and are conscious and are in touch with your inner being, okay? Now, some people never tap into their inner being, and though they will arrive at destinations and may even be labeled the best or the most wealthiest or, the most accomplished, they still feel empty and unfulfilled because their victory is not in line with who they are, their inner being. They are, their mind is there, but they are not there themselves. So use your senses fully, okay? Be where you are. Be present at every moment of your life. Don't get confused with where you are physically and where you are mentally and where you are spiritually. Always be wholly present, okay? And be in touch with your inner being, okay? So this will help you to make better decisions and make better relationships with people and enjoy a genuine quality of life. Everybody wants to lead a quality of life, right? Yeah, we live that when we are present at every moment in our lives. For some people, being is a higher power. For others, it is the universe. For others, it is Allah. For others, it is Buddha. And for me, it is God. So when we are always present in the now, we are able to tap into eternal wisdom and knowledge, and our lives will truly never be the same again. Okay, these are some concepts which Eckhart Tolle teaches in his book, The Power of Now. There really is a lot of power when we are present in the now. Let us not miss every opportunity we have in life to live, which is currently present, because you know what? Everything that we need to make the most of our lives is available when we can, best accomplish it, which is in the now. Okay, so think of or focus on what you can do right now and give it your best. Be wholly present. Well, that's what I learned. I would love to really hear what you picked up while reading the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Has this helped you to want to read the book? It's such an amazing book. I would like to hear your views on it as well. Well, see you next time when we'll be discussing another book, another amazing motivational book. Take care.